So let me get that started. Oh, I'm not even going to go to my Be Right Back screen. I'll just start it. Should be pretty quick. And let me share this with you.
Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna explain the stupidest fucking Goosebumps game there is.
Okay.
So it's called Goosebumps Shrieks and Spiders. And it's a board game. Physical. So each player gets a board and 4 Goosebumps chips. There's a stack of cards, including it's just a deck of cards with different Goosebumps monsters on them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 3 plastic spiders you get with the game. So boards, a deck of cards, and spiders. The players have to each grab a card at the same time. If a player gets a mud monster, cuddles, mummy, or slappy card, they are safe.
Mm-hmm.
If one player gets a curly card, all players have to grab a spider. Whoever does not grab a spider has to remove a chip from their board. And when one player loses all their chips, the game ends, and whoever has the most chips left over wins.
Okay. So you gotta collect your chips and hold on to them.
Yeah, you start with 4 chips, and if somebody draws a specific card from the deck, everybody has to scramble for a plastic spider, and the odd man out who didn't grab one has to surrender a chip. And yeah, it's fucking great. What the fuck does that have to do with Goosebumps?
That's terrible.
Aside from just branding all this shit as Goosebumps and putting Goosebumps imagery on it, it's like the stupidest fucking game ever.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, there's so many things you could do with Goosebumps that are cool.
Yeah,
but that's terrible.
Or just a cooler game, like even if it's Candyland with a Goosebumps paint job, like that's more exciting than this stupid grab a spider bullshit.
Yeah, even that would be preferable.
God, a Goosebumps puzzle would have been more fun.
Yeah, just a fucking jigsaw, give me that.
Yeah, because this sucks because you need more than one player to play it. You can't even like pretend like you pose as 2, 3, 4 people. Like Monopoly, theoretically you can play by yourself.
Yeah.
But this, like, there's like action to it, so you can't even play by yourself. It's fucking garbage.
It's really dumb. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's something else. Did not know about that game.
Is it supposed to be quiet?
You hear it now?
Oh, there we go.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can you see it? Or you can see it on the stream, I guess. It looks like it's kind of dark on the Discord stream. But can you hear it fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna change your category.
Oh yes, thank you.
Game.
Okay, looks like it.
Oh, got him. Yeah.
Actually, let me change my title too. Let me change it to title.
I just change it to Fortnite.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, this is Pyre. So before we get started, I do want to just say a couple things. So I did play this game twice in its entirety, and it's probably my favorite game that I played last year. I played this and Somnium Files last year, and I think I liked it better than that. And I like that game. I know I liked Somnium Files a lot. So, yeah.
Well, then I'm curious to see what in this game made you really like it.
Right. Yeah. So we'll get into that. I do want to say a couple things first. A couple things like this. So this game does have a quirk that I'm not a huge fan of, generally speaking, and I think you're not as well. Where the game has its own vocabulary, kind of thing. And yeah, so you know, there's going to be a lot of words that we're not going to know immediately what they mean, but this game I think gives enough context to figure it out if you're just reading it. And also, this game has a nice feature where you can actually just hover over any word that's weird, and it'll actually like tell you what it means with the cursor. So it should be manageable. Just try to bear with it is all I'm saying.
Okay.
And what else did I want to say? I'm gonna try to read all the. I'm gonna try to read all the dialogue. And there's a lot. So this game is kind of like a visual novel with a little bit of RPG elements thrown in. So there's a lot of dialogue. So I'm gonna start by reading it all. I'm gonna hopefully not lose my voice. This might be, kind of like our Doki Doki playthrough where there was a lot of dialogue,
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's enough fucking around. Let's just get into it, I guess.
All right, sounds good.
Subtitles. Yeah, we want subtitles. Aim assist? No, we don't need aim assist. We're extremely good. What's Harry text? Okay.
Whoa, damn. Someone doing a drive-by outside my house?
Is it too loud?
No, it's just funny.
Okay.
You get like this bass drum sound effect.
Yeah.
Pyre, boy. Yeah.
That's it.
So is this PS4 or PC right now?
It's Steam. I'm playing on Steam.
Okay.
But I do have it on PS4 as well. So.
Do they have it on Switch?
I think so, yeah. Pretty sure.
Do they have it on Virtual Boy? That would be like a pretty dope console for home brewers to make games for, Virtual Boy.
That would be pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
Be interesting at the very least.
Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in a strange attire. So this is what I was talking about. You can highlight the words, and it says, the downside is a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and its enemies. So, that's where we are right now, and it's like the ghetto, basically. It's a place where you can't get out easily. So.
I like that. It's kind of like a compromise, I guess. They're gonna have their weird, obtuse words, but if it's that easy to look up what it is, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I wish more games had that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or even for not even just like specific weird words, but also maybe character names. Like, I don't know, just if a game refers to a character that's not in this game, but they did something noteworthy in the past in the franchise, have a little tool tip for them too.
That'd be awesome for like sequels and stuff. If you're not familiar with all the backstory, yeah, for sure. Masked woman says, another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is a proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups. So the Commonwealth is like the nice upper class neighborhood. That's like maybe a gated community, It's where you get exiled from into the downside if you don't do what the Commonwealth wants you to do. You get put in the downside.
Why is part of it brown and italicized?
That's subtext. I guess it's just giving you a little bit more detail about everything. you know, it's not really that important, but it's there if you want to check it out. Look, this guy's name is Masked something. See, right on schedule. What'd I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday! I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know, I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like she's breathing. The masked wanderers presume you're female. And you can change your pronoun, basically, but whatever, let's leave it at female.
They sound like Star Wars characters.
They do. I should actually mention that. So they have like utterances when they say their dialogue. It's not English. I don't know if it's another language. It might be. I'll be interested to know that. But
it's Java.
As far as I know, it's gibberish. So, but Masked Woman says, "It seems she still is. Then stand aside. I shall send her to a better place." She's a she? Can you people just tell? Hang on. The markings on her rags. I think she's one of them. But look at her. She's beyond our help, and we are beyond hers. Broken, shaking, starving, possibly diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns toward you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us were equal nothings here. You are parched, and he gives you drink. You ache, and he binds your wounds. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwyn. Now come on. So Hedwyn is one of the 3 masked wanderers who found us clinging to life in the downside.
Oh, it does do characters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty handy. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. Hedwyn beckons you to enter the black wagon. Step inside.
No, bro.
The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jodariel. She's the most imposing of the 3 masked wanderers who found us clinging to life. So, it's a horned lady. And as for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Jodariel soon assists him. Ow! That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. He's the smallest yet loudest of the 3 masked wanderers who found us clinging to life. So he's a dog. He's a dog guy.
Is he standing on something?
I think he's standing on his own haunches, like standing up.
Oh.
He's got a mustache too. I don't know if you noticed that. It's pretty cool. He's a good character. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can she do it? Hope so. Haven't asked her yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, sister. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He's asking if we are a reader, and a reader is one who can derive meaning from text.
What?
Yeah, so this is an interesting thing. So, in this world, you know, not everybody can read. We'll learn a little bit more about that. Oh, you can see in the... Let's look at the italics below that. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. So reading is against the law. You cannot...
Yo, dude, just like pick up a book. It's just like words and shit, yo. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so... That's kind of funny, because as a player, we're reading the text in the game. And then we're a reader, you know? We can read, so... We're gonna end.
Then this also has something to do with basketball or something.
Yes, we'll get to it. Yeah. There is basketball involved. So I might get your input on some of these decisions. There will be quite a few.
Renegade playthrough.
yeah. Or is it going to be Paragon? And it's kind of it's kind of like Fallout, where there's not really a wrong answer or anything. But interestingly enough, I mean, you might be surprised at the amount of ways you can kind of shape the story in this game. But anyway, so yeah. But for now, I'm just gonna admit it, and we'll admit that we can read. You confirm their suspicions. There's no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days. Because it just so happens that my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of the books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend.
How would they know? You could be lying.
Yeah, true. Well, I guess we're gonna find out right now, so we'll have a look. It's this book. My controller is rumbling with the magic inside. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes that exiles you met seem very interested in them. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Let's put it in a text we can read. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rights, bearing this book.
The fuck's a triumvirate?
3 people.
That should have a tool too.
It should, really, yeah. It's 3 people. Oblige the voice that tells you more. So that's all we got.
You got some star chart?
Yeah, exactly. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as Hedwyn gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. You see a loading screen.
Oh my god. Adol explained that the loading screen.
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. So it's true. Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? She should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in her. She could abandon us. She won't. You look upon the 3 of them from beyond as Hedwyn then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom.
Is downside that bad? I mean, like,
well,
doesn't look that bad.
We don't. Yeah, I guess we don't know yet. We'll find out how bad it is. We'll get a sense of that. Freedom. You focus all of your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked. So this is the basketball.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
So, yeah, we can control one character at a time. We can approach the orb, or the basketball.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one.
Then sprint. You have stamina bar there underneath your character.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified.
So this is a dunk. You just walk into the fire. That's a dunk.
The exile rookie has the way of it.
And you gotta bring the
Whoever
opponent's
steps into the flame is
pyre
banished
to 0
for
points.
a time.
So it's like you're
His or her
subtracting points until
cohorts
0,
must
basically.
make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
So when you don't have the orb, you have this aura that surrounds your character, and that's like, it's gonna take out. You can use it as a weapon basically to take out other players. So
The aura is your wrongdoing.
they get banished,
Accept it as a part of you.
and they respawn after a few seconds basically. When you grab the orb, you don't have
Cast
an
your
aura.
like a stone.
If you don't have the orb, also you can cast your aura like so.
Correctly done. Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura. Then the orb quenches the flame.
Quenches?
Quenches the flame.
Now I say jump. Leap
Oh,
with all your
jump. Oh,
strength.
shit.
So you can jump over their aura, dunk on their ass.
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre,
Snuff.
whilst yours yet burns splendid.
So when you dunk with somebody, you basically lose them for that round.
Oh,
They get banished for the next round.
Edwin plunged into their pyre.
Plunged.
Didn't see it coming.
Oh, damn.
Fucking
Why, that was all of
wrecked.
them. Magnificent.
Who the hell is talking?
He's called the Voice. We'll learn more about who he is, but he's
Yeah, great name.
he oversees the rights, the basketball game.
It's complete. There, dear reader.
He's like the president of the NBA.
Kind of, yeah.
Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which
That's
lies
his
ahead.
face right there in the
I
background.
would tell you to turn back. Cast down your hope.
He's wearing like a
But all those such as
17th
you,
century wig.
It does look like that, yeah.
you never listen.
3 mishacked as 1.
Oh my god.
The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night. Jodario leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits. Now show us, before the howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites commence? The rites, an ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. It's the basketball game. We're gonna play we're gonna do the rites until we can send somebody to the Commonwealth, basically. We gaze at the stars. Gold, the South Star. This one's pretty bright. Any other stars around? I don't see any. Guess we'll go here.
Damn, this is like No Man's Sky, bro. Holy shit. It's kind of a game I'd like to play, despite all the meme and controversy that surrounded it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been improved a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not paying $60 for that.
Yeah. Ridge of Goal. According to the stars, the next race shall soon commence here, so this is the place we're going. 200 leagues due east, the Ridge of Goal. Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste. Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody?
What's Jody?
Joe Dario. Oh yeah, I guess I could have hovered over it. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time.
I've noticed Headwind is still a tool-tippable word, even though you should probably know who he is by this point.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is they'll stay that way, and then they might add things to the character as you learn about them, and then you can re-tooltip them. It'll like highlight it, and you can look at it again and get more insight, or it changes as you learn insights about the character.
Oh, well, damn. Well, yo, this game is too fucking nosy and observant. Damn.
Okay, yeah. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, sister. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom. The rights are the key. It's a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Join them.
No.
Oh, too late.
So this is like the Oregon Trail, kind of?
You could say that. We arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There's a lack of consensus about which way to proceed.
Did you say consensus? Best character in the world?
If only we had like a soundboard clip of consensus, but unfortunately didn't have a voice actor play that instantly. I'm telling you how to take the Northern Pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollow Root. I've got to pay a visit to besides. Hollow Root is the northern route. Ridge of Gold goes through a small exile encampment. Fie on your associate. Best we head to Blooming Pool and avoid attention. And that's south of where we are currently. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it?
Oh, got him.
The dispute continues as Headwind listens for a while.
What's Headwind?
It does say that he wanders the downside in search of a way to regain his freedom and return to his home. I mean, I guess that's pretty obvious. But...
Well, isn't technically everyone's home the Commonwealth and then they get banished?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, get in line, buddy. Wow.
What if the reader settled this? She marks the way, we get us... She marks the way, we get us there. Oh, she marks the way, we get us there. Sorry. These rites are meant to test our faith, and we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second-guessing her along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars will guide us through you. You may now choose a...
Why was a dog exiled? The fuck?
We're gonna find out. So, yeah, we can just choose which way to go. Nothing too fancy. We're gonna end up at the same destination either way, but usually, like, it changes. Sometimes you get like an item if you go a certain way, or sometimes you get some money. You get like a buff for the rights, if you go a certain way.
Do you get dysentery if you take the wrong path?
Fortunately, no. But Rookie knows someone here who owes him, and then Jodariel thinks she can find rare flora here.
Flora? What?
Yeah, so you can get flowers, an item to sell, or perhaps use somehow on your... You do have like stats and stuff, and you can equip talismans for your characters in this game. What do you think?
The Blooming Pool looks cooler.
Yeah, I agree.
and shit.
Let's go there.
So, after you played this, was it you that review bombed iSomnium Files because you realized it sucked dick compared to this?
Yeah, I gotta admit that it was me. I was like, you know what? This game is not as good as Pyre, and plus, I didn't like what they did to Aset or whatever that guy was angry about. Jodariel offers to show you around Blooming Pool after she notices you staring at the bogs and vegetation near the wagon. Soon, something catches her eye. Observe. This shall pay for half our trip. We found a black bloom. It's quite valuable.
Whoa, so black pickered.
And sell it at the slug market whenever we find the slug market.
Slug market.
Alright, let's keep going.
Alright, nobody robbed our wagon yet. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. We don't have to. Hope we don't have to ford a river or anything. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gold. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Alright, I mean, this is the game kind of pauses at certain points, and if we see this icon, it means that somebody wants to talk to us in the black wagon. So we can talk to Jody. She's just sitting there staring at us. You can also kind of like...
Seems to have something on her mind.
You don't say. You can look around the wagon too, and you'll pick up things that accumulate in your wagon along the journey. And you know, mostly it's just like lore, little trinkets from characters.
What is that little devil thing on the floor?
That is a drive imp. They drive the wagon. So, yeah, so it's like little flying imp dudes, basically.
I like how it's totally in a different style than everything else.
Yeah, I suppose, but yeah.
That thing drives this wagon.
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of drive imps that like all clump into a ball or something. I'm not sure how it works. So this is a common room. It's just you can look at your player's stats, basically, or you know, your friends, your party members, whatever you want to call them. These are our triumvirates. You can read their bio, has a race. Interestingly, Jodariel is a demon, if you couldn't tell by the horns. And a demon in this game is someone who survived an exile long enough to be transformed by it. So she's just been here for a long ass time and she grew horns. That's all that means, basically.
What about the dog?
The dog is a...
What is that all about?
Well, he's just a cur. He's just a dog man, you know. They just are dogs and, you know, they speak English. That's it.
Will he grow horns if he's out here long enough?
I don't know about that. I don't know if there's any... I don't remember seeing any dog demons in the game, so... But, I don't know. Oh, and you have, like, stats in the top, too. Mostly, like, speed. Some of this stuff, like, determines how quickly you return after being banished, your aura size, the number of points that you get when you score is one of these. Glory, I guess. Yeah, it's glory. So Jody gets 30 when she dunks, you know, because she's slow as fuck. And Rookie gets 15 because he's fast, so he's worth less when you dunk. All right, what does Jody have to say? Reader, Greentail here was just complaining how you opted not to take us up to Hollowroot. Oh, really? Rookie Greentail is an opportunistic and well-connected cur, still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. What? And violate our anti-second guessing pact? Nah, I was only saying how our sister's gonna have to keep on making the tough calls. Besides, just making sure we got something to pawn off at the next slug market we find. Trading post.
Slug?
Yeah. And we have. Now let us focus on the task at hand. We have reached our destination and have much left to prepare before tonight. The two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Alright, I guess that's it. I think there are new passages revealed in the book. The Book of the Rites. I'm not going to read them, but they're kind of interesting. They kind of like tell the origin of the rites. So it's there, you know, if you want to read it.
Just hack into your Steam account and play it and read it.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna do the rites now. We're gonna play our first basketball game.
Nice.
As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. We traveled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up.
Oh shit, bro. Oh fuck.
The stars, they're doing something. They're making a loading screen.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Goal at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
What are those little hills? Just obstacles?
Exactly, yeah. So you can't, I think some of them you can jump over, but you can't cast your aura through them. It's gonna get blocked by those things. The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiments, your adversaries on the rites. Everyone ready? Well, let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. The name of a triumvirate in blue. It seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. So, we are the Nightwings. That's our name of our team, basically. It's saying we assumed their identity, so it's a little odd that we're referring to ourselves this way. I see that
the other team looks like 3 headwinds.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. And that's kind of how it is. Like, human players all have like a similar moveset and build, and then demons like Jodariel are very large. They have their own kind of stats, and like curs, and there's like a ton of different classes of players that we'll see in the game. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again? I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. He is the apparent leader of the Exile Triumvirate you encountered at the Ridge of Gold.
Apparent?
Yeah, I guess. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now, I and the Accusers shall repay that affront. So, they're the Gold Triumvirate, that's the other team. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows, you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand.
Oh shit, bro.
Here we go.
Well cast. Have the Accusers underestimated you?
The CPU is pretty bad most of the time. There are a few exceptions where it might get tricky, but we don't have too much to worry about in general. But there are ways.
The accusers suck, bruh.
That is true, they do. But there are ways we can make it more interesting later on. We'll see about those. No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers. Stand your ground. Let your auras boil in rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We're getting there, but they hunker down. Fine, then we shall disrupt their formation.
Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile?
So it's teaching us how to like shoot the ball, basically. So you don't have to dunk it, but you can shoot it if you want.
A daring display.
You don't get as many points for that.
Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks. How fine. Yes.
Have you ever seen Space Jam?
Yes.
Edwin doused
Yeah.
the adversary's flames.
This is kind of like that. Jodariel's like a Monstar, basically.
Well, it's like the Looney Tunes fighting for their freedom before they get enslaved on whatever the fuck that dude's planet or some shit.
That's true. Yeah.
Your victory's at hand.
Hey, yeah, we the monsters, bro. Yeah,
There.
the monster.
It is done. You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your
shit, bro.
single
We did it.
fleeting victory. Guron Salashe.
Goron Salashe. That's what he said. I don't know what he said. I don't know what it means. Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask
Yeah.
now in the wisdom of the scribes.
And this enlightenment bar is like
Exiled
your
Jodariel
EXP,
has
basically.
gained enlightenment. Only the enlightened can regain their freedom.
So when you gain levels of enlightenment, you can get abilities, basically, on a skill tree. As we'll see here. Masteries, as they're called. So we can do this one. After using her rush launch forward, Jodariel can rush again right away. After banishing an adversary, Jodariel instantly recovers all her stamina. I think I got this one last time. I'll do this one instead. See how that goes.
The demon scribe bestows his favor.
The dog scribe bestows his favor.
After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward.
Well, couldn't like the people who lost just follow you?
Yeah. Well, it's like we're playing to get a spot in the championship game, basically. So it's like, you know, they can't get in unless they win, basically. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rights are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we're free. Until we're free. Here, here. Sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendl back there. The cold-mannered head of the accusers. He bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. Clearly.
Oh, you mean the dude we just talked to 5 seconds ago?
Yeah, that guy. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you.
Wait, who's Edwin?
Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwin
I have a name, bro.
walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. So we can ask him a question. Why he was exiled. Ask how he got this wagon. Where'd you get this wagon, bro? Why you cannot conduct the rites yourself. What happens if you refuse to help? I feel like I asked him why he was exiled once and he like wasn't comfortable enough to tell me that yet. Maybe we'll ask him how he got the wagon.
Well, that means he's a bad person and deserves to be exiled.
I guess. Whatever.
Isn't this like bad people trying to sneak back into paradise?
Well, you could view it that way, but I mean, we're gonna learn the reasons of their exile, and we can make our own judgments about that. You ask Hedwin how. What's up?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. You ask Hedwin how he and his companions managed to come into possession of this black wagon, and what happened to its former owners. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're gonna have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. Alright, fair enough.
Oh, you only get one question? Wow. I thought he was all, oh, ask away, ask away.
It seemed like he was getting ready to have a long conversation, but we're gonna go towards Jomur, the Dusk Star.
That's it? You're already done with that gold star?
Yeah. That's a long way north and west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others. How's it going, rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean. Status, Jody? No sign of howlers. Everything is secure. Good. Then get some rest. We're headed to the spring of Jomur. At dawn, we're off. Jomur these nuts.
Jody. On your chin.
Jody wants to talk to us again.
Why?
I don't know. You sense Jodariel's steel gaze well before you turn to her. Reader, rummaging about the wagon once again. Tell me something now that you're here. Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You've never before met someone like her, but do know something of what happens to those who remain in the downside for many years. Admit she can be a bit intense. Deny feeling that way. Say nothing.
Deny feeling that way?
I'm not afraid of you. I'm going to admit that she can be a bit intense.
What? No, that's weak, bro. Weak sauce.
No, I'm scared of her. She's too big and scary. You tell her in a careful way that you have done your best thus far not to cross paths with her, and wish to stay in her good graces. Indeed, it is comforting to know that my mere presence instills fear. One day, perhaps you too shall grow some horns, if you survive this place. That day shall put the fear you feel in some perspective. Now then,
you're not getting out of here? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, that's the idea. So I think the voice told us this, but the idea is that we're not allowed to leave. We're just playing to get the freedom of the players of the rights, not the reader.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So
what do we get out of this transaction?
But, well, I mean, you know, friendship. But I mean, you know, we'll see how things turn, because not everything's set in stone, as you'll find out. She walks away. You feel the floor of the wagon shake with her step. Jodariel lost -1 hope for the next rite. Oh no. That's okay. Alright. Let's keep going.
Yeah, Oregon, here we come, yeah.
Oregon Trail, baby.
I think that'll be my next solo playthrough.
I'm down.
Oh my god.
We have not yet been to this region of the downside. Rookie knows this mountain pass through to an arid region further north.
Okay, he knows all this shit, but not how to read. Okay.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
Well, reading's against the law. You can't do it.
Well, he knows all these back alley paths and shit, and where to get the best treasure and everything.
You never read Dr. Seuss,
Sounds
though.
illegal.
The climate here in Jomor Valley is hot and uncomfortable. And on top of that, we have a stowaway. Home? We can go home?
What?
It's a girl. She must have latched onto the undercarriage as he crossed the ridge.
What?
She just latched onto our carriage. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwin. Oh, come on, you can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Jodariel approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. We cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us, but at present we have room for you and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. Jodariel leaves without awaiting a response, presumably to make room in the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really? You are so kind. You are most kind to someone you just met like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all.
May the 9 divine.
Some revere them as gods, believing they bound themselves to exile so that others could live free. We'll hear a lot about the 8 scribes, and they're kind of the origin of the rites, basically. So.
They made the Hunger Games.
Basically, yeah. She claps her hands, bursts into laughter, and performs some sort of dance. Rookie stares at all of this and leans in close to Hedwin. Hey, so, what gives? First the reader, now we're taking her along? What, we gonna take in every mite-bitten drive imp we find now too? Easy, Rookie. I think he'd want it for us to bring this one along. Who, Sandalwood?
Yeah.
I thought you said he asked we find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. So, Sandalwood is apparently some mysterious informant of these, our 3 triumvirate. And he asked them to find someone to fit every type of mask they had. So, that's kind of the way that we're gonna have, like, one of each kind of character on our squad, basically.
Majora's Mask?
Yeah. He asks that we use our best judgment. Besides, if we send her away, she'll go telling anyone she finds about us. We can't risk that right now. So, I can come in? It's very hot, and I'm a little thirsty, and a little tired too. Yes, you're welcome here with us. One question though, what do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing, I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just back home they call me lots of names, like for the color of my hair. They made fun of you? They made fun of you just because you got gray hair? That's it. My name, it rhymes with gray. My name, it's just, they called me lots of names. Since the girl was struggling to recollect a certain name she felt best suited her. You think that you can help the stowaway girl make peace with her name, so we can, give her a name.
Consider other possibilities. What's the tooltip?
It says, there are several other names ending in AE of which you are aware.
What's the one for Zay?
Her name could be Zay, however uncommon it may be.
What's the one for Shay?
She looks like she could probably be a Shay.
What's Ray?
She could be a Ray, perhaps, as well.
Oh, well, fuck a doodle do. She could just be a...
She looks like she could be a May, doesn't she?
She could be a Bay.
So, what do you think? You wanna Try one of
What are
these.
the other possibilities?
Well, let's see here. Lei che ne te je gay bay. This one cannot possibly be right, can it? Like that's that's probably a meme or reference to that.
Reconsider the first sentence.
Gay the Grey was perhaps how her tormentors made light of her. Alright.
Lei?
Lei. Her name might be
Che.
Lei. Che. Now
I
watch.
don't know. What was the first one you picked?
In my playthrough?
Yeah.
I went with Shay. So
Go with Rey, like Rey from Star Wars.
This one?
Oh, Rey, yeah.
Okay. Let's go with Ray. Suggest that the stowaway girl's name is Ray. Why, that's it. My name is Ray. My name is Ray. Where I am from, they called me Ray the Wretched. But I guess maybe you don't have to say that part because I didn't really like it. Your fellow exiles decide to bring Ray along for now. She almost collapses from exhaustion. So you take her in and show her somewhere where she can rest. Ray joined the group. She is tired but excited.
Yeah, the paddy wagon.
Getting more gamers in our paddy wagon. The black wagon arrives in a somewhat peaceful stretch of Jomor Valley. Your companions wish to hole up here for the night, to give Ray and all of you a little time to rest.
Who's Ray?
Well...
Oh, we missed the fucking tooltip. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about.
This is Ray, dude. This is her right here. Any gamers in the black wagon? Yeah, there's a whole... There's 4 of them right now. Well, 5 if you include the reader. Ray?
Well, no, the reader is just the loser who's directing these fools.
I guess she's not a gamer, yeah, so there are 4. Ray seems...
Doesn't play the Pyre.
Ray, it's true. Ray seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, miss. You were the one who knew my name. You guessed it right, you did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. This wagon, he and I are the same age, almost to the very day, but I am older by 3 weeks, so I'm giving him a hard time. Little brother, I call him. He's a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure. He pulls up my hair sometimes and I don't like it very much. But he's family. I'm happy to be here with my family. I thought that I had lost them all again. I thought I had lost them all. Oh, but we have stopped, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance in case the scribes are watching. Bye, miss. Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. Alright. Well, fuck a dude.
Jody's throw rug? What?
Yeah, there's a throw rug. Where is it? Fashioned from a howler's hide. Sends their ilk a clear message. Dodario says not to step on it.
What the fuck's a howler, bruh? What the shit?
There's no tooltip, no. Also, funnily enough, you can look at various items and it'll tell you what that person's doing currently. So, Jodario's just like rummaging, foraging outside the wagon. This is Ruki's family portrait. He's sitting quietly with Hedman right now. One of our drive imps.
I see a couple of them now. Oh wait, like 6 of them. Holy shit! It's like an I Spy picture.
It is, yeah, like a hidden object puzzle or something. All right, let's consider our options. Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. Jodairo motions for you to join them. Best to get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get such moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book shall pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up to it. Always something to be forged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know. Prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. It keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. At certain junctures, you may choose from several vocations. And this is just an opportunity to get more money, or like resources, or you can let's see. This mentor increases the companion's XP gain rate. And study in private. Oh, this gives you like gives characters like buffs for the rights. I think we're gonna mentor somebody and gain some levels. Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As each exile's path toward enlightenment is personal, you will have to mentor them one at a time. Who needs experience? I think Ruki is lower. Let's give him...
What about Ray?
She's not ready to play yet, but you know, we'll see about that. Sure, sister, I could go for some enlightenment right about now. Might take the edge off. You illustrate to Ruki some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three of the triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. There we go. See that, chums? Old Ruki Greentail's got some bite in him yet. What can he get? Ruki can jump a second time, so he gets a double jump. Or additional 5 points when dunking.
Dunking.
Double jump's pretty good. And the points don't really matter that much because you can just dunk again. Whew, I gotta hand it to you, sister. That book's not quite as boring as I thought. I better go lie down. Alright. Let's keep going.
Cool.
The path leading further west splits off, and once again your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Ray seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. So she
This is like Indivisible with all these kooky characters.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing not as many as Indivisible.
No, no way.
God damn.
Yeah. We shall be as strong as Goal of the 8 Scribes if we go here. Or we shall be as swift as Jomur. Be strong or swift?
Swift.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how strong you are if you can just outrun everyone.
That's true. Especially in these rites when you're dunking on stupid CPU opponents. Ray is behaving stranger than usual as you traverse the barren wastes of Fall Flat. This was the path that Jomur Manymane ran across so many times. Can you not feel his presence, him and all his friends, here in the sand, and in the air, and all about? So, he was the 6th of the 8 scribes, known as the Brave, or the Alpha Chief. Little lore on that guy. At first you pay it little heed, the later you observe your fellow exiles seem to have more of a lightness in their step. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. We got +1 quickness.
Damn, where the fuck are we?
It's the Spring of Jomur.
Well, it's like some big shithole planet with all these colors and random crap.
Yeah, the landscapes are pretty wild looking.
But just like 5 minutes ago, it was like a nice grassy place or some pink place, and now it's like all over the place.
Yeah, we're in a different area.
You're right next to a giant bowling ball.
Yeah. En route to the Spring of Jomur, you hear all about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Ruki insists you take a look after you settle in. Someone's going to talk to us first. Here's Hedwyn. Let's see what he has to say. Hedwyn motions for you to join him. While his manner is as easygoing as ever, you sense his contemplative mood. You were wondering about this wagon. That's a long story, but I'm going to keep it short. You last long enough in the downside, you start to hear a lot of crazy things. One of the crazy things I heard one day is that there's a group of exiles out here fighting one another for their freedom, under the stars, while wearing masks and dresses. Everyone I was with just laughed, but something about the story stuck with me and I started to do some digging. Got in touch with Jody, who I knew. She got in touch with Rookie. He knew who to ask, and it turned out I knew how to answer. That's when we got in touch with our contact, Sandalwood. We talked only through messengers, never met in person. I must have gained his trust. He told me to go searching in the sand folds, gave an exact location, told me to bring my friends, then he said to get a reader. The wagon was almost completely buried when we found it. The minstrel was out cold in the corner, just the way you saw him. The rest you know. So, the wagon isn't ours, the robes aren't ours, and I don't know who the Nightwings are. One day, maybe we'll meet up with our informant and learn more, but now you know as much as any of us do. So, that's how we got here. How we met you. Anyway, I'll leave you to it and see you later on. He nods at you and heads out, leaving you there in the black wagon.
Us and the imp.
Yeah, we're all just chilling here. Hey guys, how's it going, Mr. Greentail? Been a while and all that. Hey Ron, it's going. So Ron is the proprietor of the Downside Slug Market. He travels around. Say, how come you set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh, well, let's just say you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good. We've been around the block, and so... As Ron keeps blathering, Rookie signals you in a furtive way. Here's the deal, sister. Got an informant says there's something here connected to this rights business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn some of our stuff to make the trade. And don't even worry about Falcon Ron.
His name's Falcon Ron, what the fuck?
Yeah. So anyways, you guys got something for me or what? That black bloom you got there, I could take it off your paws if you want.
Paws, got him.
So, I can sell it to him, drag it over here. Hey, you know, I'll take it, Mr. Greentail, though you drive a pretty hard bargain. Now you gonna take something off my hands here, or what?
Yeah, decent nuts.
Nice. Gonna buy a moon crest.
What the fuck does that do?
We'll see. That's a one-of-a-kind thinger you just got there, you know, and you got yourself a real good deal for me as well, so thanks. So, go to the roster. Apparently, any one of us bozos can get a little edge out of that thing during the rites. I mean, just a question of who gets to try it out.
Steroids.
Performance-enhancing drugs. So, this this one, after being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately. 30% chance, so sometimes if you get banished, you can come back immediately after that.
So cheating? Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice cheat weapon. Let's go with Rookie. Why not? He seems like he could use it. Anyways, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having some trouble with his feet, getting real something or other from the hoofing around, and so you see, Rookie indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. Alright, let's get out of here. See you, Mr. Greentail. And your friend there, too. I like her. She seems real nice, you know. Thank you. As you complete preparations for the rites to commence, you notice Ray approaching. You notice too that she is wearing your companion's raiments. We can go home? Ray, I thought I made myself quite clear that you were not to touch those robes. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jodariel. I just thought that maybe you were being funny at the time. Unbelievable. Hey, something's happening in the sky. I think we're up.
Oh shit, bro.
Here we go. Game 2. You lose your orb when you grasp the orb.
Reader, what brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars. Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3.
Cheaters.
The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
Who are you gonna choose?
I don't know yet. The sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries in the rites approach. Their apparent leader is a bent old cur who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man. I hail you, exiles of the Nightwings, and am grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence once again. I'm called Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Almer. He's a foster son of Dalbert. We need not greet them, father.
An asshole.
We shall face you in the field this night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first we offer you a token of good faith and show of appreciation that the Nightwings have returned. Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere as he hands you a small talisman. Hey, we got a talisman. +2 quickness.
Did it say what happens if you lose? Do you die or something? Or
there's no penalty for losing.
Okay.
The game will continue. No,
I mean, not you. Like those losers from the first match. Do they all get exiled to like super downside or something?
No. They just don't get a chance to send someone to the Commonwealth, basically. We'll see more about how that works as we move on. So it's not, you don't get punished or anything. It just you know, you drop in the bracket or whatever for the Pyre rights championship or whatever. That cur was very kind, and his son, he was so caring, wasn't he? When can we start? I'm gonna help you beat them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct a rite, but we've got 4 now besides the reader. This ought to be her call. If someone has to stand aside this time, I volunteer. No volunteering, chum. It ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well then, reader. Who shall it be? So we can choose.
Who shall stand together here this night?
That's right. It's getting intense right now. Well, let's let Jody sit this one out, because usually she just sits by the goal anyway, so. We'll give Shay one of those, and...
So you only control one person at a time. Do your teammates do anything, or do they just stand there?
They're just gonna stand there until you pass the ball to them, or until you switch to them. Basically, you don't have to have the ball to pass it.
But then the other side's team, all 3 people are active?
No, it's the same deal for them. They only control one at a time as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Don't have to tell me twice, sister.
Pray.
Oh, me? Thank you for believing in me, because I think the scribes do too. If you intend to prevail on the rights, you would be wise not to exclude me next time. Oh, Jody's kind of miffed about that. Nightwings, I trust you all are well prepared for these old eyes, yet see that the rites shall be commencing momentarily. Are you quite ready too, my son? I hope so, father. Here, now, let me show you. Oh, here we go.
Now begin.
It's pretty smart character, well, maybe not character, but costume design, and how all these teams are just palette swaps of each other.
Yeah.
Pretty clever, because then they can also use the same 3D models that you're controlling right now. Just change the colors.
Exactly. And they're all wearing the same masks, so it's like, you know, two curs. You know, there could be a whole bunch of curs in the game, but they all, you know, look the same, or you know, they all have the same like stature. Look forth.
Damn, that's some Mortal Kombat shit.
Look forth, my son. The waters of Jomor and Minimane bring blessings unto us this eve. Perhaps our chance has come at last. We need more than blessings to prevail against them, father. Please keep fighting.
Yo, does the third guy have nothing to say on this matter?
Yeah, what's his deal?
Just leaving him out.
Oh, they dunked on me.
Oh, get dunked on. Damn.
I was collecting moon drops for the subquest.
Glorious. Verily.
Verily.
If I were that one, I'd be rather angry. Glorious.
Shit, bro.
Almost there.
No more than a lick of flame remains. The orb. And it is done.
We did it.
The Nightwings
It
prevailed.
is done.
'Twas a
Let's tell
glorious
us.
performance, I must
Yay.
say. Perhaps you shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
He shan't be. What?
I don't know. He doesn't like us. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I wonder what will happen to the Fate. They seemed so nice, didn't they? Exiles of the Nightwings, the dawn is yours, and may you earn your freedom. But father, the dawn might have been ours. We failed, and I have failed you. Nonsense. We are the Fate. We do what is ordained and nothing less. Now let us go, my son, for I am weary once again.
There is much to learn from this experience.
Let's see, what does he get? Headwind gains 50% more stamina, letting him jump and sprint more often. Headwind and his allies regenerate stamina twice as quickly as usual. I feel like that's a no-brainer. It's like faster stamina
The
regeneration.
Master General reveals his stratagem.
So there's 8
Until the next
heavenly
round.
kings, so I'm guessing there's 8 types of players.
I think so. I think that's correct. Hello, excuse me? I mean, would you excuse me for a moment, do you think? You're one of them. What do you want? Father needs me. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed. What's the matter with you? It's against the rights for us to even speak like this. I did not know that, I don't think. No one said anything like that to me, but then all this is very new to me, and so I thought maybe you cannot be serious. Yes, I mean, I like to laugh. I like to laugh a lot, and you, how about you? This is a Nightwing's trick. Father told me not to speak with any of you. But I have to go. Wait, Almer, I mean, I think that was your name. Was that even your name? Wait. I think somebody's got a crush.
A difficulty setting? Well, fucking babies.
if we need to go to baby mode, that's an option for us. As you return to the wagon after besting the fate, you notice Jodariel tense up and frown. Where did he go? Who? Wait, the sleeping guy? The minstrel, he's gone. You see, it is true. There is no trace of the lone minstrel who had been lying still in the corner of the wagon all this time. You join the others and search for him outside.
Who?
Apparently there is a minstrel in the corner of the wagon. I don't know if we even noticed him. But he was sleeping there the whole time. You have learned nothing of the lone minstrel, other than what little Hedwyn told you of how they found him with the wagon. You sense their concern as they scour the vicinity for him. We'll worry about the minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars. Wherever they guide us, we're going. Gaze upon the stars once more.
The minstrel? What the? Yeah, bro, what the fuck?
Listen, there's a minstrel. We need to find him. So we're going to Ha'ub, the Midnight Star. Everyone, we're headed back east, all the way across the valley. Towards the cairn of Ha'ub, then. That's right, we have to risk it. What if the minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then? We shall find him, on this night or another. They continue searching for some time, however, the minstrel is nowhere to be found. Alright, what is it, Jody? Oh, this is, Ray's scribe catcher. It's like, the wooden shit she holds above her head all the time. After having prevailed against the fate with ease last night, you find Jodariel off on her own. You sense she wants to talk to you about your decision to exclude her from conducting the rite. Reader, you should know that I did not expect to be relegated to being a bystander in this. I respect your decision to exclude me in this case, though at the time I did not think the others would prevail without me. A lesson learned, even at my age. Now, if you would excuse me, we shall be departing soon. She departs to check on things outside. You sense that she has no misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel.
Transpired.
Haha. I get it. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna wrap it up soon, too. There is still no sign of the lone minstrel, although Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east, the same way you are headed. You consider where to search for him. Glue Hive or Fall Flat? Hedwyn thinks he could have taken the route opposite to the one we took. Jodariel believes the missing minstrel must have taken the same route you took earlier.
I guess that makes sense.
I guess it does too, yeah. Let's go there. Plus Jodariel's kind of pissed off at us for leaving her out.
So we need to score more points back with her.
Yeah. There's nothing like that in this game, by the way. As you make your way through the desolate sprawl of Fall Flat, all there is to show for the missing minstrel is a deeper scowl on Jodariel's face. Blast. I felt certain that he would have taken our same route to the Spring of Jomer. It's alright, Jody. He could have gone anywhere. Likely there was something to be found either way. We should keep moving. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they speak little more of it for now.
Or do they?
That's right. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming. They're coming for us. We have to be ready. We have to. Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. Prepare for the night. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. We'll see. What's she talking about? What's going on? Howlers, lots of them. Then what are we gonna do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Ray. We shall give them reason to fear us as well. We'll use the raiments in the books. Indeed, one of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of the rites. Hedwyn turns to you. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I will do it, miss. Please, you have to let me. And the scribes, they will protect me. I know they will. Jodariel exchanges looks with Hedwyn. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. Alright.
No. I disagree.
So, it's a little side event, I guess. It's not typical. But, that howling sound, it means they're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. So it's kind of like practice to cast your aura, basically. Just gotta keep the howlers away from your pyre. I don't need...
What are they? They look like little shit nuggets.
They're kind of like drive imps. They kind of look like drive imps anyway. They are kind of like shit nuggets, though.
Aim assist. Wow, dude. Aim assist.
By the way, if you have trouble, you can toggle aim assist on.
You know what game didn't have aim assist?
What?
East.
Oh,
Until Ghana.
That's true. Probably could have used something like that, to be honest.
Or a first-person aim.
Oh yeah.
Snipe enemies across the map.
More, I think. There's many more. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Here we go, baby. Horde mode engaged.
Just set up your mines, bro.
Oh, up there. Oh shit. He got the pyre.
Oh shit.
Oh, we're getting fucked up.
Damn, this is hyper-dimensional dynamo all over again.
It kind of is.
Damn, your dynamo's getting fucked up.
Yeah. Is it over now at last? It is, I think it is. Oh, those poor and wretched beasts. Just when Ray spots something creeping toward her. Who? What? Hurry!
Effing normies.
What could that have been?
B? What the fuck is B on a PS4 controller?
Yeah, it's got Xbox prompts for some reason. The howling subsides as your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Ray. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Scree he. Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? Scree who? You sense the depth.
It's like a pork.
You sense the depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by Drive M standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. You concentrate. Perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. So you can actually hover over his things, and then it says what he means. The Drive Imp seems both excited and frustrated by something. You sense some pattern in the Drive Imp's screeches. He seems welcoming of this. This Drive Imp seems to have history with your Black Wagon. You're beginning to understand him. The Drive Imp recognizes you as a new reader of the Nightwings. He is pleased to meet you. You can now understand this unusual Drive Imp. The Drive Imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other Drive Imps stare at him with something like reverence. The Drive Imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. He wants to talk to us. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Your new imp companion seems very pleased to be in the wagon. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. He has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone and believes it shall be worth it. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs and urges you to keep going.
I love the effects in the background.
Yes, yeah, they're very good. He bounds off towards his brethren, settled in the wagon's rafters. Alright. Fantastic. So we only have one choice here. We're gonna go to
Luxau.
Lixand. He's insistent that we take this path bearing east.
Lick sand. Ugh, you
Yeah.
lick that
I hate sand. Hedwin orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the dusty wastes of Jomer Valley. There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone. The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. Then the imp rushes out toward whomever it is. The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, though in an almost joyous way. Tizo, it is good to see you, and you found the others, even faster than expected. So Tizo is the name of the drive imp that we just found. And it's our minstrel. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. Hello, we have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have? Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? Aye, my client, Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So, what now? You continue down the path. That's why I'm here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be alright? Hedwin and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name?
No. I'm trapped. It's a trap.
I'm sometimes called Tariq. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. A traveling musician, yet seems to be connected to the rites. The lone minstrel returns to the black wagon with your fellow exiles. You rejoined our group.
Is he a ghost or something?
No, he's just white as fuck.
So you find a gray person and then a white person.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the colors of the rainbow are down here in the downside. The cairn of Haub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is soon to commence. Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon at your leisure. Alright, we'll give him a look. Seems to have something on his mind. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites, which means that you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. That's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good place to stop, I think. We're about to do the next rite, so we'll save that for an exciting start to our next one.
Bruh, but East. I need more East in my life.
You just want to go back to that?
You need to go back to Nightmare mode on East 6. Just become an East channel.
Well, I'm sure some viewers would like that. But I don't know. Yeah, let's quit the game. So yeah.
Oh shit, what happened to my screen, bro? It's just black. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did I get banned from this server?
No. The game's just over for now. That's all that happened. So yeah.
What if the hype train reaches max level? Will you go for 10 more hours?
Yeah.
Hype train.
The scam
Hype train.
Scam train.
The marketing train.
Yeah.
But I love shitty emotes.
Yeah, they're great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
What? PogChamp? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of Pyre so far?
It's pretty cool. I like the art style of it.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking dog. Wow, that dude.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's progressing pretty fast. There's 8 rights and you're already on the 3rd one.
Right.
Is it supposed to be like a short, polished game or what?
Well, no, it's not short. It's not super long either. But you'll see where it goes. It's not going to be over after 8 rights or whatever. So.
Oh, 9 rights! Holy shit, 9 divine.
Oh yeah,
bro,
9. That's right. Yeah, but yeah, you'll see what surprises it has in store.
Nice.
Yeah, layers. That's key. Like an onion. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be back
You're
on.
welcome.
Thank you so much. We'll be back on Monday with some hot stuff, some Earthbound, perhaps.
Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps. So don't count on it. Just tune in for something.
Yeah. Just check it out on King Dolce's channel, by the way. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.